Okay. First question. The album with Clayman, was that pretty well the turning point for you guys in the history of the band, would you think?
Yeah, you can say so. Or even Colony, maybe, because that was where we decided that we wanted to try to see how far we could go with this band. We started to tour as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that leads me into the next question. What point, like what year would you think really put you guys on the world map musically? Like at what point do you think that happened?
I don't know. It's so hard when you're into it. I think it's easier to see when you're looking from the outside, when you're not a part of the band. It's hard to say. But I was the last one to join in this lineup.
Right.
Since then it was a lot of member changes, and it took a couple of years before In Flames became a real band.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was more like a side project of Jesper, and we had some session members here and there. And so the album Jester Race was the first album with steady members, you can say.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I was going to ask is obviously, I guess the touring is the backbone to the band's real success in terms of getting the word out there about you guys and about you know the kids knowing about you guys. Would you kind of agree to that, or with that?
Sorry,
would you agree that touring is one of the key backbones for you guys to help obviously raise the band's profile in a lot of kids' minds?
Definitely. I mean, especially in this kind of music, when it's really hard to get played on radio and TV. I mean, if you play metal or extreme or metal, you really have to do most of the work yourself.
Yeah.
So definitely touring is the most important thing. I mean, you can record superb albums, but people won't know about the band if you're not tour.
Right.
I mean, if you wanna reach far in this industry, playing this kind of music, you need to tour and tour all the time.
Right.
It doesn't matter how good you are in the studio. You need to prove it on stage and spread the word, because no one else is going to do it for you.
Right.
Nowadays, it's getting easier though with the internet and MySpace and everything. But it's still you need to tour.
Well, I've asked some bands about that, and I'm wondering if MySpace has now gotten so big that there's so many bands out there, it's hard for any smaller band to kind of break through.
Sure, yeah, of course. I guess everyone is using it as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the chance is minimal if to just fall over a band on MySpace that you like. So, yes, touring is important still. But, I mean, you need to have good songs as well. Definitely. But, I mean, we are a touring band. I mean, all five of us started to play in bands because we enjoy performing our music in front of other people.
Right.
The studio part is, I mean, it's not boring, but you have to do it because you need new songs to play, to do new tours.
Right.
But there are other bands that prefer being in the studio, just producing albums.
Right.
So I mean, we are definitely a live band.
Okay. Now, from a lot of press that I've, read about you guys, everyone's calling you melodic death metal. I mean, for me, that's kind of a something that I don't know. Or would you say you're comfortable with in being referred to that?
Yeah, I guess I don't really care.
Okay.
I mean, we play music, and it's up to others to judge what kind of music it is. I mean, I don't like to categorize music, but of course you need to, especially if you write for magazines, and you want to describe a band for someone that haven't heard it before.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It's death metal for me is it's like D-Side and those bands from the Florida scene in the early 90s.
Well, that's the thing.
And I don't see so many similarities. But I mean, I guess it's all right. Melodic metal suits better, I think, but it's not a big deal.
Okay. I guess from my perspective, I mean, I've been listening to metal since pretty well the early '80s, and I'm always listening for new bands that are going to lead the next generation of what I think metal is. But I mean, from my perspective, I really truly believe that In Flames is one of those bands that are going to take metal to the next phase. You know, that's going to set the new standards. Is that something you guys feel that you're at that level, or do you really not pay really any attention to that at all?
No, not really. I mean, we've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
And I don't think of In Flames as, I mean, we are a pretty big band nowadays, but since we released, this is our 9th album, and we've been taking small steps every time to reach this level where we're at now.
Yeah.
So we kind of grown into it. I think you think about it more, I guess, if you get this big on your 2nd album, all of a sudden. Then you start to think about it. But, I mean, we have adapted to every level, and we're kind of used to it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, no, it's nothing we think about. Right? It's really cool if you can set a new standard, but it's not an ambition, and it's nothing we think about.
Yeah, obviously, so obviously it's not in your subconscious when you're writing or whatnot to be, you know, the next hook and what that'll be, I guess.
No, that's dangerous. I mean, we write songs that we enjoy to play. I mean, we are the ones that have to listen to the songs most times. I mean, we play the songs 1,000 times. We really need to be